Hey! Hey! Hey!
Hey!
Hey!
Thunder Mifflin, this is Pam.
Pam, it's Michael. Help me. I need help right now.
I enjoy having breakfast in bed. I like waking up to the smell of bacon. Sue me. And since I don't have a butler, I have to do it myself.
Alrighty, what is up, guys? My name is the Osnator, and welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I am by myself here right now. I might have some other people coming by if they can. If not, that's a-okay, cause I have a couple people's lists. So we are going to. Who is this?
Hello, I am Robert.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm not a big fan of that profile picture.
You're not a big fan of the profile picture?
No.
No?
No.
No?
Yeah, no.
Okay. I'm George Lucas then.
Alright, well that's a little better. Hey, George, how's it going?
I'm doing pretty good, you know, like, pretty good, but my real name is Robert. You know, I just got done watching, Riverdale.
Oh yeah, how was that?
Oh, hashtag destroy Riverdale. There you go.
But aren't they doing that already, though?
Yeah, no, they just did. Jughead just got a mind wiped of everything that happened of the first 6 seasons.
Wait, you mean to tell me Jughead, everything they built up with him remembering everything, he just gets his mind wiped?
Yeah, the first 6 seasons never happened in the first place.
No, you're fucking lying. No
I'm
way.
not lying.
No way, dude.
I'm not lying.
Android, I think you're bullshitting me here.
Well, not in, like, yes, practically yes. They are now just doing a soft reboot for the
Wait.
final season.
You mean to wait, hang on a minute. So you mean to tell me this is the last season where they're supposed to wrap everything up? Now they're just rebooting everything.
Yep.
You know what? 10 out of 10 right there.
It's the best thing ever. It's the
Damn,
best thing
man.
ever. I'll be right back though, Austin, alright?
That's perfectly fine. Take your time here. Okay, so like I said before for the Riverdale talk, yes, this is the final part to this epic series that we've been doing over the last number of weeks. Sorry it took this long to get to this point. This is the DC Animated Movie Universe ranking stream. Yes, we're ranking the movies from worst to best. We might be doing Zach might be coming by at some point. He's going to do his ranking through tier list. I'm going to rank it from 16 to number 1. Ninjoid's probably going to be doing his ranking that way. I have Dylan's list from worst to best. It's going to get fun, man. It's going to get crazy. We got Derpy here. What's up, Derpy? Good to see ya. We got a lot of fun stuff. We got a lot of fun stuff planned here. It's probably not going to be too long, hopefully, but we're gonna get some stuff going. We're gonna have some stuff going here. But first off, I just want to tell everybody where they can find me at. You can just find me on my channel, this one right here. We got a lot of stuff going on. We got some wrestling stuff, big wrestling event coming up. You might see some reviews of that. We might be continuing some DC reviews. I got a lot of stuff going on, so check me out here. Find me on the roundtables for shows like The Bad Batch and The Mandalorian on Chaos Central, the Hangout on the Basco Scenario Guy Scars channel. You can just find me everywhere, man. Just check me out. I just do a bunch of stuff. Cause it's fucking crazy. I'll say that. I'm here for the quality DC content not related to a cult. You know what, Derpy? I appreciate. I like that. I like that. Listen. I think you're an open-minded guy. I like you, Derpy. You're cool. Cool derp. Cool derp? Is that how? Yeah. Well, we'll go with cool derp. Nindroid, on the other hand, I don't know where you can find him. He's just non-existent. I mean, he kind of had to leave for a little bit. But I think you can find him on his channel. I think. I don't know. I don't know where you can find him. He's usually everywhere I'm at. But
All right, I'm here.
Just tell him where they can find you at, and I'm like, I don't know where I can find him at. He's just everywhere,
Yeah, just find me wherever, mostly Austin's on, or whatever Austin is doing. I'm most likely around, so yeah, I guess.
Derpy's like the man's depressed.
Yeah.
This is post Riverdale depression.
It is. It really is, because I just sat through probably the most boring episode of the whole show.
No.
Yeah, it was
You're
actually
lying.
No, it was really boring, Austin, because guess what? They
What?
actually returned back to kind of normal. Like everything is just teenage. Like everything's like, "Oh, hey, we need to talk about this. We need to do this. This is the right thing, blah 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 blah." Nothing crazy has happened thus far besides Tabitha from the future goes back to Jughead. Jughead's like, "Oh, hey, yeah, like, can we go back to our, like, Back to the Future?" And she's like, "No, because I gotta run through all the different multiverses and variants of ourselves, and I gotta make sure that we have a timeline where Riverdale doesn't get destroyed from that comet from Percival Pickleson." And she's like, "But you knowing everything right now prevents all this from happening, so I gotta kiss you in order for you to forget everything." Kind of just saying, I need you to forget, audience, forget every little thing that has happened thus far. Seasons 1 to 6, and pretend it never happened.
Interesting, Ninja. Very interesting. I understand now why you're depressed. It is
I'm
it is
really
indeed
depressed because I just wasted a lot of watching time on a show that just got retconned.
Damn, bro.
I mean,
Need a
like,
cookie? I deadass thought they were talking about Mando, LOL.
oh no, actually, Mandalorian was good this week. Like, actually, pretty good.
Oh, I have to watch it to believe it. But we got anime talk in the house. Dylan, what's going on, man?
What's up? What's up, guys? And by the way, I did just see Mando, and I have to agree with you, Ninjoid. It actually was really good. The ending of it, though, wow. No spoilers here, but wow. I was very surprised at the ending.
Bad Batch was better, though.
Oh, I believe so, but I have not seen Bad Batch yet.
Oh, bro, Bad Batch actually
I'm gonna
made
have
me
to.
want another season. Actually made me want another season. I was like, oh my god.
I'll have
How?
to see it then.
How?
I gotta see them to believe it.
How? Because I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of Bad Batch, so I was like, man, okay.
But, yep, I'm here. Well, how have you been, Austin?
I'm doing alright, Dylan. How are you, man?
I'm doing fine. Came in a bit late. Sorry, guys. I was kind of busy watching the end of Mando.
No, you're good, man. Like, we just started. I mean, we haven't even gotten into the real crux of this stream yet. But Dylan, while you're here, tell everybody where they can find you at.
Alright guys, you can find me at Anime Talk, where I gather up a couple of friends and we sit down and we just chat anime. You guys can find that on my own channel, Anime Talk, or you guys can also find me on my other channel, Dylan's Little Hobbies, where I have started posting some content. Now, I'm not posting all the time, I'm just posting a video here and there whenever I can. You guys can also find me on Tim's Talks. I was on Tim Talk. Was it last Sunday? I think it was last Sunday. I was on Tim's Talks for kind of his roundtable of Mandalorian and Bad Batch, which was great. You guys should really check out Tim's Talks as well as Star Wars Network. I can't believe I'm actually on his channel. I haven't been on his channel in a while, but I've started streaming with him. And you can always find me on the Awesomeator for whatever he does, except for the wrestling stuff. But you can always find me here for DC and TV shows and whatever. Thanks for having me on, Austin.
No problem, Dylan. No problem. I'm going to get to these last couple comments here, and we're going to get started. It made some progress, and I enjoyed it. Interesting, but still doesn't answer the question what the season's motivation is all about. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Omega, so me no watch Bad Batch.
Trust me, I despise Omega as a character for the longest time. Season 2, literally you could skip all of Season 1 and go to, I would say, mid from Season 2 and above, and you'll actually find some really fantastical episodes, including with Omega, which is surprised me.
Especially these last 2 episodes.
Which I have not seen yet, but I'm actually excited to see what the last 2 episodes of Bad Batch are going to be. So, no spoilers, please. I cannot wait to find out what happens.
I won't spoil. It's alright.
Alrighty. Good deal. Alright, so now it is time for the main event, if you will. We're ranking these movies. It's basically... This is like the end game to this like mini series that we did. Here's how it's gonna work. I think rather than doing what we usually do with I do my number 16 that Dylan does, I think for the sake of time, we're each just gonna go through our lists from like worst to best, and we'll kind of talk throughout. Here's also the caveat: when you do your ranking, just give me a brief like idea why it's in that placement, like, and especially if you missed a review of a movie, just give your brief thoughts on it, and just explain a little bit. Like, don't explain in depth, because if you want those reviews, you can just check out our playlist where we review the movies more in depth, but this is just more of a like brief summary of what you thought of these movies. And Dylan, since this is your first time watching these movies, I'm gonna let you go first.
All right, I can tell you what, my list is it's gonna be surprising. It's gonna be surprising for all of you guys. I am absolutely certain. And it's really funny because when I was doing my list and I actually sat down and I thought about these movies and thought about how certain movies kind of made me react. Some movies actually changed places and changed spots while I was doing my list. So it's actually a pretty interesting list if I do say so myself. But I'm pretty sure no one will agree with my list. With that said, let's go ahead and go through it. Number 16. Constantine was just a terrible, god-awful show turned into a movie. Please don't watch Constantine. 15. JusticeLeagueDark. Yep. Tied for the worst of the worst, even with Batman in the movie. It made no sense to me and bored me half the time. Sorry. The next one. Yeah, 15, the Suicide Squad Hell Day. What can I say about this movie other than I really enjoyed some aspects of it, like the card thing, but man, overall, the film was a mess. Okay, number 14, Throne of Atlantis. Yep, I can't believe that that movie is so low because I actually ended up liking Aquaman as a character so much more, but seeing Aquaman's origin story being told in a much better way with the live action movies, and not having the Justice League literally take over the movie, yeah, this movie ended up being a lot lower than I thought it was going to end, but it's at 14 for a really good reason. Throne of Atlantis, yeah, it was just too much story was taken away from the Aquaman character. Number 13, Batman Bad Blood. What? Sorry. Batman Bad Blood. It was cool to see the Batman group, but it honestly had no focus. 12, DC Justice League War. I enjoyed Darkseid coming in the story with Cyborg, but overall, it's just a good movie. Like, it's really funny that it's so low on this place because I really did like the movie. It's just I enjoyed the other films for so many more reasons. You know, it's crazy, but that's where Justice League Dark kind of sits. Justice League Apocalypse War. I know, I
Wait,
know.
where
I
is that in your
enjoyed this
placement?
movie. Justice League Apocalypse War is number 11.
All right,
I know,
actually,
I know.
hold
I
on.
enjoyed this movie a lot.
Hold up, Dylan. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up a tier list actually, so that way I can show everybody like what the rankings are, and then I'm basically gonna what I'll do is if whatever is like just tell me which letter it is, and then I'll kind of just do it like that if that's okay.
Okay.
All right, yes.
All right, hang on. Let me
Let's
share.
go ahead and start with the films that we already did as soon as you get that up.
All right, it's up.
Okay, F tier is Constantine.
Oh, hold on. I gotta make a new tier. Hang on a minute. See,
Yeah,
guys,
I actually have an
I
F
don't
tier
do
on
this
mine.
stuff ahead of time. All right, F. All right, so it starts with
Yeah, F tier is Constantine and Justice League Dark.
and Just League Dark's a little bit ahead of Constantine.
Yes, Justice League Dark is 15. Okay, and then D tier is Suicide Squad Hell to Pay.
Okay.
C tier is Throne of Atlantis.
Okay.
Next one, Batman Bad Blood. DC Justice League War. Justice League Apocalypse War.
Now this is the one you're on.
Yep, that is number 11. Now number 10 is my last C tier.
Okay.
My last C tier. Wonder Woman Bloodline was fantastic for Wonder Woman's character. Granted, I wish we had more of her being a bit cocky, like in the beginning of the universe. But I really enjoyed the film, and I kind of wish that her injury she sustained her injury from the film. But it does make sense that she got healed. I think that's probably the only reason why I placed this film in C tier and not B tier, because it was originally in B tier, but I changed it. Okay, number 9, which is B tier. Justice League Teen Titans. Justice League versus Teen Titans. Now, I know that really is a big surprise because I actually had the other Teen Titans movie ahead of this one originally, but the other Teen Titans movie actually has a lot more nostalgia built up with it. Just was a poor written story. But I actually ended up liking the Teen Titans Justice League movie, The Blood Contract, a lot more than this one, which is surprising to me because I really did like this film too. But overall, in number 9 really isn't that far from where I placed the other film. Okay, number 8. I had so much trouble placing number 8 this low. I really wanted to place this one like at number 6 or number 5, but overall, Son of Batman is such a great movie that progressed the character of both Batman and his son Damian. I also enjoyed Falcon, aka the original Robin's character in the movie, being in the middle of the whole group. Fantastic film. Number 7, The Death of Superman. Death of Superman. I've seen the story told before, but never have I seen the story told in such a fantastic way. I really enjoyed Superman and the whole character. Literally, I could go on and on about this movie, but we already did that, so I'm moving on. Guys, you really should go check out our review of Death of Superman, though. I thought a lot in that film, in that video.
All right.
Number
time
6.
for- Wait, number 6?
Yeah.
I think we're on 5 now.
I'm only at 7.
Am I
I'm
missing
only on
something?
7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, no, it's top 5.
Okay, number 6. I don't know why. Huh. Weird. Okay, well. Okay, weird. 6 was Teen Titans Year's Contract.
Is that B or A tier?
That is B.
Okay.
Number 5.
Okay.
Did I literally put Dark Apocalypse great film twice? Is that why I have?
Yeah, because you put it in 16, or you put it, no, you put it 2, 3, 4, 6. So out of the 16, I think you put it at number 11,
Yeah.
but the list you gave me, you put it at 5 or 6. I don't remember.
I literally have Justice League Apocalypse War twice in this list. I don't know why I did that. Okay, just moving on. Number 4, Batman versus Robin. Wow,
this
probably
starting-
the best Damien.
Is this starting the A
This
tier?
is A tier.
Okay,
Yeah.
you can continue.
Batman versus Robin. Wow, probably the best of Damien wanting to get some respect and freedom from fighting his father. Fantastic film. I could go on and on about this movie, but I won't because we already did that. Number 3. And this is S tier.
Ooh, okay.
Reign of the Superman is number 3. Fantastic movie. Had a blast with this film. Had a blast with this film. Absolute blast. Number 2, Flashpoint. Absolutely great movie. Absolutely had a blast with it. I could go on and on, but we already have. And my number 1 favorite Batman movie. Now, this might be the only. I might be the only one who will put this film this high. But my number 1 in S tier is without a doubt the only one that's left. Batman Hush. I know it's just a simple Batman movie, but that's kind of why I really loved the simple Batman movie aspect of it.
Hush better not be 1. Well, I'm heading out. Nice knowing you, Dylan. Damn.
Yep.
Even
Bye.
Derpy's calling you out. Oh, man.
Batman Hush was the best, and that I will stick to my opinion.
No matter how wrong I think it is, Dylan, I respect it. Android, what do you think about
That's
this
my
list?
guys.
Oh, let's just say I really do disagree
Yeah,
with this list.
I like there are some placements I can respect, but
Oh.
then
Well, I can say the lower tier stuff for the most part I agree with. You know, it's everything else. Like some of your top tier ones, I disagree with, especially Hush.
Yeah, that's the one I mainly disagree with because I can respect Batman versus Robin's placements, Flashpoint, and Reign of the Supermans, but Hush, it's not that good. And even Derby brings it up. It's not even done right.
The reason why I like it so much, if I could just explain this quickly to everybody before I get so many comments on how much I am wrong about this, even though I already have. The reason why I liked Hush so much was because of the reveal of one of my absolute favorite characters of the Batman universe, and I'm sorry, but I actually prefer him over the Joker. I don't get me wrong, I love the Joker. But in my heart, the absolute best villain from Batman is without a doubt the Riddler. And because I really like the idea of Riddler being almost just as smart as Batman, and always it's almost like he's playing chess with Batman, trying to figure out which move to play next above Batman, which just for me is tons of fun. I really enjoy him as a character, but I know not everybody does, and I know that he was not supposed to be the original Hush character in the movie, but I really enjoyed the reveal. The reveal.
Still a very interesting take,
It's
Dylan.
not really even because of that, to be fair, but okay.
Well, that was Dylan's list, and I have to say, while questionable at points, I can respect it.
All right.
Now it is Ninjoid's turn. Ninjoid.
Alrighty. Okay, so ready for this. First up, the Constantine City of Demons movie. Yeah, put that in F, but retitle it to well, yeah, you know what? Let's keep it F. F tier. Really did not like this. It was split up. Like at first, it was a mini series, correct?
It was, yes.
Yeah. I'll say it is better as a movie, but at the same time, it was I was very asleep while watching it for both times when I watched it. So yeah, gotta say it's very boring, and I did not like it whatsoever. Next
Like the explanation.
is Justice League Dark. Alrighty, so I gotta put this in D tier. Justice League Dark, I do like how dark it is, and I actually kind of like how weird it is as well. I just thought it was a little bit too weird at points. I felt like Batman being in the movie really didn't do anything as well. And overall, yeah, that's where I put Justice League Dark. Next up would be the C category, I guess. Yeah, C. And that will be first Batman Hush. Yeah.
Ooh, okay, it's gonna get hot. Hot take now. Hot take. But before Ninjoid explains, Derpy comes in. Paul Dano, aka the Riddler,
I
speaking,
disagree.
is asking for you to pay for the sins of this Hush movie. Take, Dylan.
Batman Hush wasn't really that good in my opinion, but at least it was watchable. So I put it at C. My other tier movie is Bad Blood.
Bad Blood just barely ahead.
Yeah, Bad Blood to me, I felt like it kind of like wasted the potential of the Damian Wayne trilogy in a way. I did not like Batwoman in the movie, nor did I like Lucius Fox's son, like their introduction. I just did not really dig it, to be fair. I thought it was like a little bit too much. Like they kind of tried so much, and there wasn't as much Nightwing as I wanted. So yeah, which Lucius Fox's son is Batwing, right?
Yeah, it's Batwing. Yes.
Yeah. Thoughts. Yeah. Um. So yeah, that's Bad Blood. Bad Blood is ahead though. Next up, I would have to say is Throne of Atlantis for B.
Oh, B. Okay.
Yeah, B. I like Aquaman. I think that was probably the best part of the movie was Aquaman's character and all of that. Thought it was decent enough. Uh, Continuing onward with B, would have to be Justice League versus Teen Titans.
Okay.
I really enjoyed the movie, even though it kind of like the title kind of promotes something else, but it's still good. It's a good introduction to like the Teen Titans as characters, and it at least connects the Justice League and Teen Titans together, and also does start the whole Damian and Raven thing, which does get a good conclusion later down the line. Going onward, though, I would have to say is Wonder Woman Bloodlines. I
Okay.
really liked Wonder Woman Bloodlines. I'm a huge fan of Wonder Woman as a character, and I really did like what they did with her character here. I thought it was very well done for her standalone movie, and yeah. But my last B tier movie is Reign of the Supermen.
Oh, this is got to be a really hot take. Oh no.
Yeah, I
Septivari.
I thought Reign of Superman was pretty good, so I just put in B though. It's not great.
Yeah, that movie
Going
was
to
awesome.
I know I liked it. That doesn't mean anything. Like I liked it.
I'm just messing with you, dude.
Okay. Suicide Squad, Hell to Pay would be next for A.
Oh man, this list. Oh boy. Okay.
I really like.
Oh
Suicide Squad.
no!
Yeah, I really like Suicide Squad. Hell to
Oh
Pay.
no!
I mean, I'm a sucker for Suicide Squad movies, unless if it's the 2016 one. I really like this one. I don't know. I guess there's something wrong with me. Then it's I gotta say, looking at what I have here, it has to be the Flashpoint Paradox.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
I really like the Flashpoint Paradox movie a whole lot. And then next would be Justice League War. Because everyone knows I do like Justice League War more than Paradox, if you remember our reviews.
Oh, I remember.
And then it would be the Judas Contract ending list A. Okay. Next up will be okay. Batman versus Robin. I know everyone's gonna hate me for that. But you guys should just be glad that's in S tier.
Yeah. Well.
So yeah. Then it's, believe it or not, the death of Superman. My favorite Superman animated movie. Love it so much. How it's adapting the comic and all of that. Love it. I really do love Death of Superman. Then we get Son of Batman, which is one of my personal favorite movies, just because it was the first movie I saw of this universe. So I have a connection with the movie more so, and I really do love Damian Wayne as a character. And then Justice League Dark Apocalypse War ends it off, because this to me is what movies should be, and I love how it has the stakes. I love the characters, and I love how it just went right in depth on it, and to me, everything they really did nail, mostly everything within the movie. That's my list. I know it's very mixed, but I hope everyone at least understands that I enjoyed this universe a whole lot.
As did I, but we always like seeing different opinions. It makes for an interesting and fun conversation. So.
Indeed, indeed, and we got plenty to talk about after this, because I will say, in terms of like, you know, lists, I will say Ninjoid's list right now is probably the best out of both. Because I feel like this one I can at least, like, I respect both of your lists, but I think this one's at least a little bit more sensible, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
Okay, I get. Is it only because of the Hush? I'm just kidding. I'm messing with you.
Oh, we got.
I mean, really, Hush can even go. Hush can go down to D. Really, the more I think about it, but yeah.
My favorite movie, and you might as well just stick it in F.
No, it's not F. It's not to me as bad as Constantine City of Demons.
Oh, definitely not as bad as Constantine. But,
I mean, it
I
might
really
be
like
as bad as Justice League Dark for me, but you know.
Hush is meh. Kavari said, I think the general consensus is not a lot of people like Hush. Kavari
No.
says he's currently watching Superman Lois. I heard this new season's pretty good. I heard it was good. Superman Red Sun on this list? No, it's only the DC like specific universe right now. All right, here we go. This is my ranking, and then we will discuss a little bit. So at the very bottom of my list, and this is not an accurate tier list, but this is just in terms of ranking. In last place is, of course, Constantine City of Demons. I mean, look, let's be real here. This movie is not very good. I mean, I agree with what Ninjoid said. I think with it being a movie, it's a little better. And there are aspects to it that are nice, especially getting a little bit more backstory on Constantine, and also the ending, which is sad, and you know, it has like that like more because it makes sense, and there are some cool visuals, but it's very boring, very slow, and just in general really does nothing for the plot of this entire universe. So that's why it's in my last place. D tier, this is gonna be my one and only D tier, and that's gonna be Suicide Squad: Hell to Pay. This movie, unfortunately, unlike Constantine, this movie had a lot of good moments and a lot of cool characters, like Deadshot, Bronze Tiger. I like their arcs. I like Killer Frost is interesting. Reverse Flash was nice to tie it into Flashpoint. However, I felt like the other characters were either just... And, well, actually, no. The last thing positive I will say is the plot is interesting and unique with Vandal Savage and the card and Amanda Waller wanting it, but the humor, I just think, didn't work. I felt like it was a little too out there for me. Harley Quinn was annoying. I think Copperhead was very boring, and I didn't really care for the other villains or characters. So it was a little too all over the place for me. So that's why it's going to be on my D tier. All right, starting up in my C tier, first up, I'm going to go Throne of Atlantis. Now, the last time I did this ranking, Throne of Atlantis was pretty high, but after watching it again and thinking about it, this movie does not hold up very well. In fact, this movie kind of got worse. I did like Aquaman in the movie, and I did like the plot, and I like Sam Witwer as King Orm. That said, I agree with what Dylan said. I think when the Justice League is there, I just feel like there's too much going on. Like, there's a lot of plot points that they introduce that just go nowhere. So it just doesn't really work as well for me, as it's a little too all over the place and there's too much going on. That's why it's in my C tier. Next up is actually going to be Batman Bad Blood. That's actually going to go ahead of Throne of Atlantis, and that's going to be my last C tier. Again, mainly the same problems as Throne of Atlantis. I felt like there's too much going on. I thought Nightwing's whole arc in the movie, I thought was nice, especially it adds more to his character. ironically, I think Batwoman is actually pretty good in this movie too. Talia al Ghul being like the main villain kind of is like wrapping up the trilogy a little bit. That said, I feel like Damien's not that interesting in the movie. I think they wasted the Heretic. Batwing I thought was very meh. And it really wasn't a Batman movie, so it's actually going into my C tier. Next up, and actually starting in my B tier, is actually going to be Justice League versus Teen Titans. I like this movie, and honestly, this movie kind of grew on me over time. That said, I will admit that the title still kind of annoys me because it is kind of false marketing a little bit, since the Justice League don't even really fight the Teen Titans until like almost towards the end of the movie, and even then it's just a meh fight. But it was a nice introduction to the Teen Titans, and I thought Trigon was interesting, even if he wasn't necessarily the most interesting personality wise. And Damien does have a nice little arc throughout the movie, and you do see some character development on him, and you see him how he interacts with the team, and that's why it is my number 12. All right, number 11 is going to be Batman Hush. Now, I know everybody's wondering, wow, Austin, that's a little too high, especially after all the crap you talked about it. Hear me out. The first two acts...
Yay, I'm excited. I'm happy.
The first two acts of the movie are pretty good. And I kind of... and like what Dylan said, it's just a baseline Batman movie. It's Batman beating up a bunch of villains. Catwoman's there. You have like Nightwing in there too. Damien makes a cameo appearance. Unfortunately, what really hurts this movie is the Riddler reveal. I understand where Dylan's coming from because he hasn't read the Hush storyline, so I can understand where he's coming from, and because Riddler is his favorite character. For me, it didn't work. It felt like they were trying to do an Under the Red Hood, because yes, the Riddler in the comics, in the storyline did have the brain tumor. He did go into the Lazarus pit, and he did find out Bruce Wayne's identity. That said, him becoming Hush, well, I guess it would make sense. It just was really weird in hindsight, and it just didn't really work for me. That's why it's my number 11. All right, number 10 is actually going to be another controversial pick, Justice League Dark. Look, I know that this is a very unpopular opinion, especially on the panel, because, it was on the way, way bottom for both of you. Hear me out on this, too. Compared to all the other movies on this list and all the movies me and Dylan even binge-watched, this was like a nice breath of fresh air in the excuse me. It's a very nice change of pace. Granted, it's not perfect. I agree, Batman doesn't really necessarily add much to this movie. And yeah, it does get a little weird and boring, and it is sometimes a little too dark to see. But I like the creative plot. I like the introduction of magic in this universe. Etrigan is interesting as a character. Seeing Swamp Thing and Zatanna and Constantine. And the action is very creative as well. I mean, it's a very interesting, creative movie, and that's why it's in my number 10. Oh god, I spoiled my number 9. But yeah, my number 9, also in B tier, is going to be Justice League War. This one, primarily the only reason why I'm going to put this in B for me is this movie is kind of basic. It's literally just a Justice League origin movie with a bunch of action in it. And while it is good for that, and it is a very fun movie, it is also a good Cyborg origin story. And it also introduces Shazam. It's just a little too basic. But it's not a bad thing. I think it worked for like your first official film that's not Flashpoint. It worked for me. That's why it's in my number 9. Okay, number 8, last one in my B tier, is actually going to be Son of Batman. Now, I like the movie. I do. I don't think it necessarily holds up. At least for me, I think that the sequel is better, which I'll get into in a little bit. But I like the introduction of Damien. And and I like him and Bruce's interactions. The action is fun. I like that this was a bit more story driven than Just League War. That said, I think Deathstroke is not that interesting in this film. I thought the Man Bats were just like okay. Other than like an okayish plot, you still it was good. It was solid. It was solid. That's why it's in my B tier. All right, starting off the A tier, my number 7 is going to be Wonder Woman Bloodlines. This movie I feel like is a little bit better than most people give it credit for, in my opinion. I think this movie, I agree, does a little bit more with the Wonder Woman character. I think she's very likable. The main villains, like at least one of them, like has like that redemption arc, but it kind of works for the context of the story. And also seeing Wonder Woman beat up a bunch of her villains is it's fun. It's a fun movie with a nice message. I liked it. That's why it is my number 7. All right, my number 6, continuing on in the A tier, is going to be Teen Titans: The Judas Contract. I'm gonna basically agree with what Dylan said. This movie is basically a lot of nostalgia, and you can maybe make the argument that this is just like it's more for the casual fans, while also trying to cater to the more like to the fans of the original TV show. I liked it. I liked Deathstroke in this. He had a little bit more personality. The action was fun. I like the character development with all the characters. The only thing that I really don't like is the whole Terra thing with Deathstroke. Mainly because I thought the relationship was just a little weird to me. But other than that, it was a very, very good movie. Very good. All right, now last up in my A tier is actually going to be my number 5, and that's actually going to be Death of Superman. This movie, it is really good. Like, this is another movie that kind of held up better when I watched it again. A lot of the issues I had previously was that I thought the movie was a little too preachy in the sense of Superman's like, oh, we love Superman. Oh, Superman's great. But once you really watch more of this movie, Superman's like it hits hard when he dies to the people, because to them he was just another, like, he was practically family because of what he's done for everybody, and I thought that it made sense. I liked the sailor. I forgot his name. Also, like, he owned the restaurant. Superman and Lois's relationship, I like the development of that. The Doomsday fight with the Justice League and Superman, that was a really cool touch too, especially since that didn't happen in the original storyline. Which it was a nice way to it was a fresh interpretation of something that we've already seen. All right, now it is time for the last 4 movies, and they're all going in S tier. I think all 4 of these movies are terrific. But it just comes down to which ones I would rewatch the most, and I'm going to start with my number 4, and that is going to be Batman vs. Robin. I think out of all 4 Batman movies, this is probably the best one to me, especially since this I feel like it captures the relationship between Damian and Bruce, like, perfectly, especially when they kind of show off throughout the movie that Damian is practically Bruce, but if he was just not raised the way Bruce was. Which was a very interesting dynamic throughout. And also, I like the Court of Owls. I've always liked the Court of Owls. Talon was an interesting villain. I like the hallucination sequence. And I like that this entire movie's title, like, it actually doesn't lie to you. Like, it actually makes a lot of sense, to me at least. It worked. It to me, I feel like it delivered on everything, and I appreciated it. All right, number 3, this might be controversial to Ninjoid, but my number 3 is going to be JusticeLeagueDark: Apocalypse War. I think the movie itself is a very good conclusion to the series. I think that it's a movie that I feel like works for what it is. It's a very nice conclusion, and I kind of agree with what Dylan said. Like, I think during the review is at the ending of the movie, while I don't like the whole, well, we're going to go back in time and undo it, it actually makes sense in the grand scheme of the film. I like Darkseid. He was very scary as a villain. Batman's mind control.
Honestly, it was that ending that made it so low on the list. As much as I liked the film, it was the ending that made it so low on my list, at least.
Right. But mind control Batman was honestly the best version of Batman in this entire universe. I liked the characters. It all worked. That's why. However, it's only number 3 because it's not a movie I could rewatch all the time. But it is a good film. It's a good spectacle movie, if that makes any sense. All right, my number 2 is going to be Justice League Flashpoint Paradox. This movie, honestly, it's a very great start. You can argue this is a standalone film, but it's part of this universe, so damn it, I'm going to count it. This movie is great. It's perfect. It adapts the comic books 100%. That's all I'm going to say, is it adapts everything correctly. I think it works. It's a fantastic film. Go and see it. And my number 1 is going to be Reign of the Supermen. This one might be very interesting to some people because I know a lot of people don't like this one. I actually really like this movie. This movie is... I think it's my favorite because of how much, I really personally, I forgot about this movie, and then I rewatched it, and I was like, whoa, this movie is really good. I remember really liking it, but I didn't remember liking it this much. I think it balanced out the characters well. I liked the Justice League's involvement. It wasn't too much, but it was enough to where it's okay, at least they were there. Darkseid showing up was shocking, because it does build up to Apocalypse War. Cyborg Superman is interesting, especially when all of it ties back into Death of Superman and seeing all the different Supermen and how they connect. It all worked. I think Reign of the Supermen is a very good, it's a great setup film, but it's an awesome continuation of Death of Superman. Honestly, if you combine Death of Superman and Reign of the Superman, which they did, this movie is a perfect film. It's a great movie that I would 100% recommend to anybody who's new to this universe and just in general. Yeah, that's my list. I don't know if you guys are still there, but
I'm there.
Wow, I had a mouthful.
I'm here, dude. Yeah,
Okay.
that was a mouthful. Your list actually, out of the three lists that we've made today, I think your list is the one that actually makes the most sense. Whereas mine, I feel like, is probably the most grounded, and Nindroid's is probably the most expected.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would say so.
Okay. Well, thank you for taking a very hard time deciding how to label my list, Mr. But, yeah, no. Well, the thing is, I can even see Austin's point of view for most of it. Most of his picks. I mean,
Yeah.
I even will admit, the Suicide Squad movie, Hell to Pay, I just really like the characters. And that's the main reason why it's up high. So,
Oh, I also didn't touch about when I ranked Suicide Squad. I didn't touch on Dr. Fate, but they really butchered him in Hell to Pay.
That's true. That's true.
Another massive reason why it was as low as it was.
That is true. That's a good point, actually. So, yeah. I mean, I agree with Austin most out of all of them.
Damn, even with your own list, you're just nah, my list is shit. Mine is obviously correct.
Well, not necessarily. I still think Reign of Superman is B.
Well, okay. Well, why do you think it's B, Enjoyed?
I mean, it's a good story. I just think that Death of Superman is far superior.
I think
if it was one movie,
I think if it was one movie, it's perfect.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. It didn't really click with me a whole lot. Like, I mean, I don't really have an example.
We need someone in here that does not agree with Austin. Well, I mean, technically, when you think about it, you got both of us, both me and Nindroid and Austin.
Someone who does not
If you
agree
look at
with
our list, we
Austin.
have
Well, you know
very,
what? You know what,
yeah,
Jacksua? You
we
just
have
like to
very
keep on
dividing,
trolling me.
we have very dividing opinions in this group.
I'm not really in the mood to debate tonight. That's the thing.
Right.
Yeah.
No, and see, but even though they agree, they're still saying, well, this ranking doesn't really make any sense. I kind of disagree with that. But that's the thing, because I think that's what I like about us is that we can argue or quote unquote argue, but we can at least agree and at least respect each other's opinions and.
Yeah, unlike some people. That's true.
Honestly, Ninja, I was shocked you guys didn't even comment on JusticeLeagueDark.
Well, bro, you've already told me enough that I get why you like it. It's because it's unique. The thing is with me, I'm not really I like my uniqueness, but not to that level. So I get why people would like it quite a bit, but at the same time I more side with the negative people, Just
Which
because,
I can respect that.
you
It's
know,
not for everybody.
exactly. So, I mean, I don't really have a whole lot to say about Justice League Dark because I just don't like how weird it was. And also it really made me want to sleep, bro.
I mean, to be fair though, Ninja, I was binge watching a ton of DC animated movies, so when I got to that one, I was just like, oh, this is actually kind of different. Wow, this actually isn't as repetitive
Exactly.
as I thought. So
Exactly.
maybe that did factor into my decision because the last time, I remember the last before that I did this whole binge watch thing with Dylan. It was a couple years ago, I believe,
Yep.
at the latest, and I watched Just League Dark and went, wow, this kind of sucks. And then I watched it back again after watching it with Dylan. I'm like, huh, this is actually not as bad as I thought. I don't know, maybe it is because I saw, and it's been a long time since I saw it. Maybe I was too harsh on it before. There's other factors to maybe why I liked it more than I did, but I
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get that. I get that completely.
and I'm all surprised, Ninja, you didn't talk about where I put Son of Batman.
See, no, but yet again, I already explained why I put it so high. It's because it's the first one of the whole universe that I watched back in the
Right.
day. So I have an emotional connection kind of to the movie.
Right.
So because that was my introduction to the animated universe. I mean, that was the first thing I would say. Well, wait a second. Did I watch? No, no, yeah. This was the first thing animated I watched of DC. Believe it or not, because I
Right.
used to always just watch live action. So even before the animated series of Batman and all that, this was the first animated thing I saw of Batman. Was Son of Batman. So without that, I would not be as big as. Well, I mean, I mean, yeah, I would not be as big as a Batman fan as I am right now. So that's
It's
why it's up.
see, I respect that.
You know.
I think why I put it so low is because, again, going back to the binge thing, I think in the grand scheme of Batman animated movies, it does not hold up very well. It's not as interesting as some of the other movies in this list, and it's not even in one of the more better ones in terms of the grand scheme of this entire animated movie landscape. But
Yeah.
It's solid. It's good. I liked what they did, and it's a good introduction to the Damien character. But albeit it's just a little bit mixed at points. But
Yeah.
that's just me though.
Yeah, exactly. Dylan, do you have anything to comment?
I honestly don't. I'm kind of just listening to you guys chat because
Well, that's
I honestly don't have much to comment. We've gone all over the entire thing in the other stream. So if you guys really want to hear my opinions on any of these movies, just check out Austin's playlist.
Very true. Very true. Thank you for the plug, Dylan. I appreciate it. Ninjoid, do you want to comment on Dylan's list?
Oh yeah, tell him how bad it is. Okay, I'm messing.
Oh boy. Okay, let's hear it.
Around. Okay, Hush being number 1. Okay, I gotta just get this out of the way. Bro, I think you gotta do some research of some Batman comics, buddy. Just saying. I think you gotta do some research. Anyway, then we continue onward. With your list, I mean, like... So, wait, Austin's was number 3 for Apocalypse War, right?
Yeah, it was number 3, yeah.
Yours was like number 11? And then you also ranked that as number 5?
And I know.
You gotta, buddy.
I don't know how that happened.
Buddy,
I don't know how
you gotta count better. You gotta learn math.
Damn, bro. You didn't have to tackle like that.
I don't know what happened there. I guess when I was doing the reveal. When I was doing the whole thing, I might have said that movie twice.
Do you know how to count to 3?
Damn, you didn't...
I don't know why I did that movie twice. I don't know why I did that movie twice. I have no idea.
Let me try and count to 3. 1, 2, 54.
1, 2, 3.
No. Anyway, what else did you put down, Dylan, that I disagreed with? Justice League War was pretty low on his list, right, Austin?
I think so.
What about Bad Blood? Where did you put Bad Blood again, Dylan?
I know it was in like the C range.
Let me look back on my list.
Okay, if it was in the C range, then I agree. Like, I can get that. Because I think I put it in C.
Batman Bad Blood. I mean, I like what that movie was trying to do, but overall...
it wasn't that good.
I agree.
It was too convoluted. Honestly, it was way too convoluted.
I'm trying to think. I was listening while you were going, of course. You put just Teen Titans versus Justice League over the Judas contract, right?
No, he put Judas contract over.
Okay. I was about to say, because that would have been...
I did originally have that switched. But after thinking about it more and the nostalgia hitting me more, I changed them. I honestly just switched places. I didn't even go and put them together. I honestly just took them and switched them in places.
Okay. And what was my other thing? Flashpoint, Paradox. Both of you guys ranking it very high. I mean, I respect that a whole lot. Batman versus Robin, I get the love. I agree. And yeah, I guess that's that.
That's all you got, huh?
That's really all I got.
Dylan, you got anything to comment on any of Nindroid's points?
I disagree with you completely, 100% on Hush. I think it is a fantastic film. I understand that S tier is a little high, and number one might be overdoing it. But, nah, a couple of the films
Buddy.
of your list, I was kind of like, okay, that makes sense. But the rest of it, we just have different opinions.
Well, buddy.
Honestly, that's what makes it fun for this channel, though. You know,
Sometimes
you guys don't want to sit here and just hear yes completely that we all agree 100% of the time.
Yeah, no, you don't want that. Like, I don't want an echo
No.
chamber. I want, like...
Exactly. No, you're right.
Interesting opinions, and we all just have our list. We're all just pretty much completely different. But it's funny because while we don't agree on the lyric rage or anything like that, we all still have kind of the same sentiment of where we would place most of these films. Maybe Hush is a little throw
Yeah,
Hush
I
out
was gonna
out
say
of the
Hush.
out
I
of
was
pocket.
like, no. But like,
I love
but
that.
like,
No.
Throw Hush out.
like, no,
Throw
no,
Hush out of the
no.
equation. We all kind of have similar opinions as to where we set these movies, other than maybe like one or two.
No. Batman.
I love that. No.
No.
Like, please, no.
Just
No.
throw Hush out of the equation.
But I can't. Once you said that, it is done. No. You have forever scarred me, Dylan. Of what you have said tonight.
Because it made Hush the #1 movie.
Yes. That's why I need to sacrifice you.
Honestly, Hush ended up being my favorite. Like, legit, out of all of the movies that me and Austin watched, and not including the live action ones, because me and Austin really just watched, and a couple of them we also reviewed on my old channel, Dove's Little Hobbies. Go check that out if you guys want to. But out of all of the movies you and me watched, Austin, that we binge watched, Hush is literally one of the best films to me, which I know
No.
I'm just crazy.
Nindroid's ready to just have like a panic attack, just like, oh my god, this guy, like, Hush, oh my god.
Don't make me die, please. I don't
He's
want to die. I don't want to die, please. Please shut up, Dylan.
My opinion's killing them, guys. My opinion's killing them.
No.
Don't kill me, please. I'm way too young to die. I'm dead, but I'm still talking.
Damn, I hate it when that happens.
Yeah. Oh, can I quickly just go on a rant about
Sure.
something a little bit off topic?
Sure.
So when I
I mean,
was
we're
on-
basically done anyway.
When I was when I was watching River Trash tonight
Okay.
on the CW network kept on scratching, and it wasn't
Scratching?
even like the TV network in itself, because I actually switched to a different channel and the quality was good, but no, the CW quality, like there was like scratches on the screen, like it kept on going in and out and all that, and like I was like, man, is it the internet?
Maybe they
It's
just
like,
have bad signal. Not
no,
you,
no,
but
no,
I
it
think
wasn't.
they might
It was
have
the
bad signal.
CW. Yeah, it was the CW itself.
Yeah,
was like,
CW
man.
had bad signal.
I was like, man, this is why I hate the CW. I straight up hate the CW for this, because even when I was watching a commercial for Superman and Lois, it was all scratched up. I was like, bruh, I really don't like the CW. Like, one, I don't like their show.
Honestly, I haven't seen
Besides
anything
River
on
Trash.
CW since Supernatural.
No, since River Trash. Since I showed you the first few seasons of River Trash. Which
No, I
it's
mean
all,
just me. Like I used to go to CW's website just so I could see that, and yeah.
it's all pointless now anyway. So
Yeah, from what I heard, that is, I guess that is pointless.
yeah, because I mean, at least they brought back Hal Cooper.
Wait, really?
Yeah, Hal Cooper's in the episode.
Hey, yo, like the actual actor for him.
Yeah, they brought back the actor.
Yo, let's fucking go. That's fucking lit.
Yeah, and then just watch that he's the black. But yeah, they brought back the actor for Hal Cooper.
That's amazing.
So guys, Austin and I were right that Hal Cooper came back. He was coming back.
It took about a couple seasons.
Yeah,
And he came back.
He's gonna come back, and because you know how now there's this whole trial thing that's happening about apparently a 14-year-old boy died or whatever.
Okay.
And I'm like, yo, what would be really great is if Hal Cooper killed him, and we just find out that Hal Cooper killed him, and the Black Hood starts up again, and then it's like, oh dear, now it's another Black Hood season, and it's just the best thing ever because we're huge Black Hood fans right here.
But let's be real though, is it going to matter though?
That is the point. Well, maybe they'll realize, hey, look, Black Hood is the best character that we ever did, so we need to somehow keep him canon. You see?
You gotta do it. You gotta make it canon.
Oh dear, Jack's lost comment. Jack's lost comment.
Is the show good? I've never tried it.
Oh.
Oh boy.
This
Don't.
show- This
I'm
show.
just saying, don't.
Jackslaw, skip seasons 1 through 3 and watch the best seasons 4 through 6.
100%. And now season 7.
There's so many of them now, I'm afraid if it's good, I would have to watch them all. Yeah, you should watch it.
You should watch all of it, actually.
Taj.
I mean,
Alright.
they actually mentioned. Yo, what? No, I'll tell you after stream, Austin.
Alright, cool, because we're gonna wrap it up. We went over an hour, which, I mean, I kind of figured we would. Yeah, this is the ending to the series now. We watched, we ranked all the movies. Fuck, I mean, hey, that's an accomplishment, I guess. We committed to it. We committed to this series, and
Yep.
we ended it. So, I mean, does anybody have any regrets? Does anybody have
Anything to say?
Nope.
And
anything
that
to
is
say in memoriam?
No.
If I have one less one thing to say, it's the fact that and I can't believe this. If you guys don't know, this is really my first time becoming a DC fan. Like, don't get me wrong, I did as a kid like some TV shows like I liked Static Shock, and I was a pretty big fan of Teen Titans. Not gonna lie, fantastic show. That's not Teen Titans Go. I mean the original Teen Titans. That's right. Now, but I have to be honest. I was not a DC fan for the longest time. In fact, I would say even Batman was the such. I never liked Superman. Never even thought Superman would even be a character that I would care for, let alone be amazed by. So not only did I see some really good live action DC films, thanks to Star Wars Network over here showing me Batman, but doing these movies, especially these animated, both the one-offs, but especially this universe with my buddy Austin over here, has been really interesting, and it's actually made me a fan of the DC. So just want to make that clear. This is really my first time getting into the DC universe, and I don't regret a thing about it.
I love to hear it. I even got this guy to like at least like Superman a little bit.
I even placed one of his movies in S tier.
I mean, he put one in S, he put one in A. I think he had one in B. Like, they were a little bit all over the place, but hey, I got him to at least enjoy Superman, so I'll take that as a win. And Dylan, don't think that this is the end of your journey. No.
Oh no, it's definitely not the end of my journey. I have so many other series that I want to get into now. I'm a DC fan. It's great. It's kind of like that missing part of the childhood that I never got till now. So it's fun.
Oh yeah, and we're throughout this journey we'll even go through like the those Marvel direct-to-home video animated movies.
Yeah.
I think we might have to check those out too.
Which I've seen quite a few of those. Yeah.
We'll even check out. I think we'll even check out like we're actually gonna go through the Timverse, with the animated series and stuff. We'll go through even the Marvel animated.
I would really like to look at I would really like to look at Teen Titans again, as well as Stag Shot. Just
I
haven't seen those in years.
I would actually like to go through the Marvel cartoons again, because a lot of them, it's been a while since I've seen. Like the DC ones, I actually
there's
do
been
go
some
back
really good
and
ones
check
from
out.
that.
Like what I mean is like Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I haven't seen that Avengers show in a while.
Well, I was primarily like, if we were gonna do the Marvel animated stuff, we were gonna do the '90s cartoons, like.
Oh.
Actually, yeah, I'd rather do the '90s cartoons, because the '90s cartoons I haven't seen since my days in high school. To be honest with you, I have not watched any of the '90s cartoons since my days in high school, and it'd be great to go back and see it.
Yeah,
we'll do like
Spider-Man, X-Men, the Hulk,
Fantastic Four, Iron Man.
Or Iron Man, yeah.
Don't forget about Silver Surfer.
Oh, Silver Surfer sucked.
Well, maybe going back, it might not.
Are you kidding me?
Bro.
Silver Surfer was great.
The CGI, bro.
Well, also we might do like the
It
other
was bad CGI. I do agree.
But like maybe also we'll do like the more one-off series. Like Dylan brought up Teen Titans. We'll go through the Batman. We'll even talk about Spectacular.
Yes.
We'll talk about like the one-off
Batman.
Spider-Man series, like the Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. We'll go into that. I mean,
Batman.
we'll go into there's so many others shows. We'll even go through like the Nickelodeon, like the Iron Man cartoon on Nickelodeon, the Fantastic Four cartoon.
Well, that was one of the best cartoons of Iron Man they ever did. Honestly, this is just a long-winded way of saying while we are done with this animated universe, we are definitely not done with superheroes. So you guys can expect us on Austin's channel. We are not going anywhere.
And also, I will be starting to show again Dylan some live-action DC stuff.
Oh, Dylan, I'm sorry.
I want to show him. I need to show him Peacemaker Season 1. The first WonderWoman he still has not seen.
And that's all he needs to see.
And, well, I'm trying to think. Well, he hasn't seen Superman 2, though.
Yeah, but he didn't like the first Superman, though. So, I mean, I don't know if he would even like Superman 2.
Well, I think he should at least see.
I'm willing to give it a shot.
All right,
Yeah.
but now, Dylan, now that you know a little bit more about Superman, would you be willing to rewatch the first Superman and give it another chance?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely
Okay,
not.
all right, well.
All right. Well, maybe he'll give
The second one? Maybe.
Second one, a lot of people think is actually better than the first. So, like, see, and that's the thing. To me, like, some of the movies really hasn't like portrayed who Superman really is fully, if that makes sense. You know?
Yeah, I
Like-
guess it does.
Like,
I'm sorry, but they portrayed Superman in a terrible way in the first one, in my opinion.
like to
Compared
me,
to the Superman that I know from the animated universe. And again, I have not seen the show. I actually would like to go back and watch the Superman TV show that came out.
see, and that is
during,
to me
I
my
think it was the
that
90s,
is
early
that
2000s.
is if someone asked me who Superman is, it's that animated series. I love what they did for Superman's character in that show. Me personally, at least.
Interesting, very interesting. Hang on, I'm just doing some research real quick. Hold on a minute, guys.
Maybe we should watch.
But yeah, the Superman original movie that we watched, Android, they portrayed Superman in a poor
No.
way. I feel like now
Austin.
that I'm not really a Superman fan. I do not he's never gonna be my favorite character. I think that's just going to be a thing. But he's
How about-
definitely not the worst part of the DC universe for me, at least.
Bro, this is what I'm gonna show Dylan. Did you see what I texted you, Austin?
I'm gonna look. Oh, actually, I think Dylan would like that because he did like the 2 animated movies I showed him of it.
Yeah. I'm gonna show you Batman 1966.
Awesome, actually.
The
Isn't
whole,
that
well, not the whole show. I'm not gonna live. If we
Well, of
watch
course
the
not.
whole show.
But
we'll-
isn't that
we'll
the
watch-
because I did watch the animated ones of I can't remember his name. Dang it.
Adam West.
The actor.
Adam West.
Adam West. Thank
Yeah.
you. That's the Adam
Yeah,
West
no,
Batman, right? I
we're
do
gonna
want to see
yeah,
that.
we're gonna see live action 1966 Batman, which is very funny. So
Yeah.
same style as
I
those.
did like the animated ones, and that was pretty good.
It's very campy. You're gonna love it, just like you love the movies. I mean,
Yeah,
if you want to see Adam
It's just
West,
such a surprise, and you
again.
know that
if you want Batman to dance again, then yeah, first episode of 1966 he dances. So, I mean, you should sign up just for that.
we should get on Dylan's account and sabotage him. What? Jack's Law? Oh, I'm never inviting you on stream. No, I'm kidding, dude. I'm kidding.
Oh,
Luckily, my channel is safely protected. I'll just say that.
yeah.
Indeed. Alrighty, guys. Well, we're at an hour and 23 minutes. I'm going to thank everybody in the chat. I'm going to thank Jack's Law for being in here. Gavari, Derpy Entertainment, thank you guys for being here. We appreciate it. And, of course, I want to thank my panelists. I'm going to let everybody go one more time. Let everybody know where they can find themselves at. We're going to start off with Dylan because he came in last. So, Dylan, you can go first this time. Where can they find you at?
You guys can, of course, find me at Anime Talk, where I gather a couple of friends, sit down, and chat anime. I will have a show out very soon for Anime Talk, so look forward to it. You guys can also find me on my own personal channel, Dylan's Little Hobbies, where I have started uploading content. Now, I don't plan to upload a lot of content there, but I do plan to upload a video when I have something to say. So look for both Dylan's Little Hobbies and Anime Talk. Subscribe to both. Subscribe to my buddy Nindroid here. Subscribe to my buddy Austin. I'm on both of these guys' channels, as well as Tim's talks for the Bad Batch and Mando reviews and all stuff on Tim's talk. So go check me out as well. I'm everywhere at this point, guys.
Awesome,
Thanks for having
awesome.
me on.
That's great.
No problem. All right, Enjoyed. Where can they find you at?
Alrighty, well, you guys can find me not on YouTube. Okay. You can find me on
That's
Austin.
true.
You can find me on Austin's channel. You can find me on Dylan's channel when I have the time. I kind of had... I just am busy. Too busy for YouTube. And I might put YouTube off, honestly, for a little bit.
All right, man.
So, you know,
That makes sense.
because of personal stuff with film and all of that. So yeah, but guys, just go subscribe to these two guys. Make sure that you go check them out on the roundtables and streams that they go on, really, because I would actually be there, but I'm a very busy man and I just gotta keep on being busy. So thank you, Austin, for having me on.
No problem. No problem, man. It's always a pleasure having you on. What's up, Deshaun? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm not gonna go too in depth about where you can find me at. Just find me on my channel. Find me on everybody's channels. Come on. The Hangout on Wednesdays on the Basco Scenarios channel. Roundtables on Sundays. I'm just everywhere and in between. So, guys, subscribe to everybody on the panel. Subscribe to Zach Gaxiola. He was on these streams, but he wasn't able to make it tonight. Just check me out when you can. And just check out everybody. And guys, we're signing out. So thank you guys for watching. This is the Austinator signing out. Peace.
Peace, guys.
Bye, guys.